Arthritis in the hips can be extremely painful and can limit one's ability to move or live the life they want. As one man shares his story of getting hip replacement surgery, he wants people to know they don't need to endure their suffering. Excellent state-of-the-art care is right in your backyard.
One step at a time. J.R. Jackson is getting closer to recovery. For years, he put up with gnawing pain in his hip.
I lived in a home where there was stairs, and that started to be a problem. And then frankly, you start to not be able to put a shoe on, not be able to put a sock on, not be able to really touch your toes. And again, you're like, this is serious.
Earlier this year, JR decided he had had enough. He was referred to see Dr. Dennis Basil, orthopedic surgeon at University Orthopedic Associates in Clovis. An x-ray was ordered.
It was just amazing when they showed me my good hip and my bad hip. The cushion, or the labrum, if you will, had deteriorated to the point where it was bone on bone.
Dr. Basil explains there was missing cartilage in JR's right hip.
What happens is the ball and socket joint basically stops working, stops moving, and causes excruciating pain to the point where these people can't even do daily activities.
It was decided JR would have hip replacement surgery.
So what we do is we go in and we basically cut out the ball and give them a new ball, and we also redo the socket and put in an artificial socket, and that gives them new life and new movement for a long time. And we do state-of-the-art type of techniques and approaches to preserve the muscle and the function of the hip so people can get back as soon as possible to their activities.
Since the coronavirus pandemic hit, Dr. Basil says they expedited outpatient surgery services to their patients to preserve space at hospitals for ICU patients. Many, like JR, are able to get their hip replacement surgeries done and go home within the same day. JR says he was grateful for the COVID-19 protocols on Clovis Community Medical Center's campus.
They've got the COVID section, just totally unique, and then the regular, if you will, surgeries like mine or whatever, it's totally separate. And they have kept it so separate. They have special trailers where you check in, they do testing. It's just amazing how they keep it separate, and it's totally unique, and it's a very simple system, and it made me feel really secure.
JR says he's also thankful he was able to get this procedure done locally.
A lot of people, they think that they have to go out of town to Stanford or LA to receive the state-of-the-art surgery, when in fact we have surgeons here now, including myself and my partners, that are fellowship trained, board certified in several different facets of orthopedic surgery.
It helped JR didn't have to travel far, so he can get straight to focusing on healing. He attends physical therapy twice a week, with the goal of getting back to living an active life.
Now we're starting to do, okay, let's work on some mobility. Now let's start to go to the stairs, and you start to go up, and you're gonna go on the first stair, and you're gonna be scared to death, and you do it, and you're like, oh wow, that didn't hurt.
Both JR and Dr. Basil recommend those who have hip pain see a doctor right away.
Don't put up with it, at least get a medical opinion, because you're just making it worse, or you're masking it, or you're taking away from your mobility, which you can get back.